We've done a number of Kakaako videos. After all, it is the most dynamic, intriguing, and buzzworthy neighborhood on the island, specifically because of the high luxury buildings in Ward Village. But we do see your comments. We see the common one that says, only wealthy people can afford Kakaako. Who can actually afford to live there? So if you're open-minded, I'd like to show you my Kakaako. In this video, we'll pop in at my new listing at my old building where I lived for 5 years here at Pacifica Honolulu. We'll also do a really quick Kakaako market update. I'd be remiss not to mention the last two buildings that are coming into the Ward Village Master Plan, Ilima and Melia. Now those are high luxury. They're kind of like the crown jewels in the Ward Village Master Plan. But whether you're a buyer or a seller in Kakaako, it's always important to understand what's coming to the area, whether it's in the $800,000 range or the $8 million range, so that you can understand how you might benefit from it and also how your potential buyers might benefit from it. I was gonna talk about the amenity deck, but instead, here's some B-roll. And I have had quite a few sales here in Kakaako on the listing side, on the new development side, also on the resale side. We've sold to all kinds of people: newly married, first-time home buyers, singles, retirees, people wanting to downsize, people wanting to right-size, people looking for second homes. But my very first client in Kakaako was actually myself. I bought a unit here at Pacifica Honolulu in 2017 for $685,000. Enjoyed 5 years of fun, going to restaurants, living here with my dogs and my husband, going across the street to concerts, walking to the beach, and then we sold it after 5 years for $775,000. And that's how I ended up connecting with this client. He's selling this unit right now for $815,000. This is unit 4011. By the way, we are going to do a little bit of a Kakaako update today, but if you're interested in a complete Oahu market update, check out our blog at dwellhawaii.com or watch our Oahu market update video. As always, leave us a comment or get in touch with us at info@dwellhawaii.com or through the links in the description box. These clients lived in this unit for a few years and then they decided to rent it out. By the way, rents in a unit like this go for about $3,000 a month. In prepping this unit for sale, we changed out the carpet to luxury vinyl plank flooring. We changed out the countertops. They were originally black and now they're white quartz, put a fresh coat of paint on the walls, recoated the bathtubs, and of course had it professionally staged. One of the things I love the most about showing this unit is that I'm never going to walk you, a buyer, over to the window and say, look at this amazing view. You see that? It's all gonna change in 4 years because there's gonna be a building there and there's gonna be a building there, but you still have the view in between. Great thing about Pacifica is this building has been here since 2011. There are ocean view units as well. This one's on the mountainside, but any changes that were going to happen to your view plane have already happened. Now, this unit here is 743 square feet. If you're looking for more square footage, there are other buildings. I'm looking at one right now, Moana Pacific. Those offer around 900 square feet up and over a little over 1,000 square feet for relatively the same price. However, the downfall of that building is that it's not as close to Ward Village as this one. Here you get to experience all of the walkability. Now, if you're somebody that owns in this building here at Pacifica Honolulu, maybe you're thinking about the next steps. Maybe you're thinking, I don't have a lanai. I'd really love to look at a unit with a lanai. Not quite ready to go to a house. I actually really like the condo life. And believe it or not, we actually have clients that will move out of the condo and then like 2 years later, they'll say, you know what, Maila? I don't really love living in a house. I want to go back to a condo. That life was so much simpler to me. So maybe if you're somebody contemplating selling, living here at Pacifica, and you're thinking, which building should I go to next? We definitely have options for you. Ward Village is a great next option. And while we're here, and since we're so close, let's take a walk over to Ward Village and show you some of those buildings now. I love Pacifica Honolulu so much. Being there just brings back so many memories. I run into people that were living there when I was living there, and same people are still going to the pool and like hanging out by the barbecues, and I run into the same dogs in the lobby. And that's one of the great things that you get when you live in a condo, is this real sense of community with your neighbors, and you certainly get that there. Now, going back to our Ward Village update, or our Kakaako update rather, Kakaako is actually 642 acres. I think you hear us talk a lot about Ward Village. Ward Village is where we are right now. This is a place where my husband would enjoy coming to almost every day. Ward Village is about 60 acres, and this is where all of the luxury buildings are. But like I was mentioning earlier, you've got other buildings throughout the 600 acres of Kakaako. It's just that Ward Village is the place where all the new restaurants are. There's more restaurants coming. There's a new one right around the corner called Nori Bar, where they make you like fresh hand-rolled sushi. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of really inventive places like that in this neighborhood. Now, new buildings that are coming include Ilima and Melia. I mentioned that a little bit ago, and those are being developed by Howard Hughes in partnership with Discovery Land Company. These are going to be the crown jewel buildings. They're going to have 1 bedrooms to 5 bedrooms. Prices are going to be starting at about $4 or $5 million. They're on the front row. When I sold Hokua, I had to talk about those buildings all the time. When I sold Ko'olani right behind it, I talked about those buildings all the time, just to make sure that I'm always giving full disclosure to what's coming in here, so that buyers understand how their views might be impacted and really what's coming into the neighborhood. Now, the median price of Kakaako is actually about $500,000. But here in Ward Village, you can expect a studio to start at $500,000, and for the more luxury products to go up and over $7 million. If you're a seller at Pacifica Honolulu and you want to talk about the next move, we've got buildings for you. Probably the next move I would suggest would be looking at A'ali'i, looking at Io, looking at the park at Ward Village. Now, if you want to be on the front row in the luxury towers that look straight at the ocean, or at Diamond Head again, you're going to expect to pay $4, $5 million or more. If any of this has resonated with you today, please get in touch with Koa or me. We love this neighborhood. I especially love this neighborhood because I used to live here and have such fond memories of it. Get in touch with us through the links in the description box. Reach out to us at info@dwellhawaii.com. We'd love to help you.